Hi everyone, my name is Jose and I've been a teacher on Italki since 2017. So a long time has passed since then and I've taught thousands of lessons to hundreds of students. The way I teach now is very different than the way I taught when I first started. When I think about some of the things I did at first, I cringe a little inside, but as they say, you live and you learn. When I first started, I told students I would make them personalized flashcards based on what we covered during the lesson. So I would go on this website called Memorize, and on there I would create the flashcards. Then I would send them a link so they could review and learn the new vocabulary. After some weeks, I noticed that my students weren't reviewing anything at all, so I was doing all this work for nothing. I offered this service in the first place because I wanted to be different, but it was too much work. As you can probably guess, I don't do that anymore. I think most of you will be able to relate to this point. My first teacher introduction videos were really bad and low quality. In the first one, I was literally on top of a tree recording myself with my phone. I mean, I didn't really have a choice back then. I was broke and I had little experience recording and editing videos. Now I've recorded about 5 versions of that video and each one has gotten better and better. Even though it's more work and it takes longer, I try to make the videos as well as I possibly can, and I've noticed more lesson requests from students because of it. Something else I used to do at the beginning was charge very little. You know what it's like. When you first start, you don't have that many reviews. You need to attract students, so you charge very little, and that's very normal at the beginning, but that's something I don't do anymore. I think some people are afraid to raise their prices because they think their students will leave. But don't be afraid to do it, it's normal. When I first started, I was charging $6 for a 1-hour lesson. Now I charge an average of $22 for a 1-hour lesson. Can you believe that when I first started teaching, I didn't even know what or how to teach? Even though I had a 4-year degree in English teaching as a foreign language, I had very few online resources, and I didn't even know if my lessons were actually helping people. Now I come to class feeling prepared and confident because I designed a curriculum and created my own online material so I can help total beginners, students with a C1 level, and everyone in between. Back in 2017, I was one of the few people I knew who was working from home. For some, working as an online tutor is not a real job, but more like a side job. At the beginning, teaching online was a means to an end. What I mean is that it was something I wasn't thinking about doing for a long time. I wanted to do something more impressive like become a programmer, but after thinking about it a lot, I now realize that what we do as online tutors is respectable and necessary, just like any other job. We're helping the world to become more understanding and connected. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be making more videos about teaching online, so stay tuned for the next one.